Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson.
Good morning. Welcome to Daily Tech News. I'm Alan Smithson. Today is Monday, June 10th. And the biggest thing that is on the news today is Apple's WWDC Worldwide Developer Conference happens today at 10 a.m. Pacific. It's about to kick off in San Francisco, but let's get into it. All right. So the first things first, we have here WWDC is going to be introducing iOS 18, Vision OS 2, and here's everything to expect from an AI-focused WWDC 2024. They're going to be upgrading YouTube. They've got it on YouTube, Apple TV, Apple's website. It'll all be there. There's going to be some new photo editing. Oh, these are all speculative things, so bear with me. Bear this with a grain of salt. This is 9 to 5 Mac, which sometimes they get it right, sometimes they don't. But here's a custom emojis, transcription for audio recordings. It seems like a lot of things that the rest of the world already has. It's very Apple-esque of them to do things that have already been done, but do them better. That's very Apple. And so Vision OS 2 and Vision Pro rollout. If you saw the screensaver for this, I'm all in on the Vision Pro. It's awesome. So yeah, hopefully we'll see some stuff there. If you want more information, you've got here AI features that are leaking out. So Apple, they're going to be calling it Apple Intelligence, I think. This is what the rumors are saying. The rumor mill is churning. But really, if you really want to know what's going on, you're going to have to just tune in to WWDC. It's on apple.com. You can go there, just type in WWDC. You can watch the keynote from here. It'll start in about 2 hours from now, an hour and a half. And yeah, so there's a State of the Unions, the labs, guides. It's going to be a great day. And I'm really excited, like you are, for seeing all things Apple related at this event. Okay, this is not Apple related, but wow, this is a new technique called SMERF. If you ever heard of NERFs, neural radiance fields, this is a new one called SMERF. And the idea here is that you take a video of your house, let's say, and it'll automatically turn it into a volumetric capture space, a volumetric space that you can move around. You can navigate. So imagine this for home tours. This is kind of like replacing Matterport, it would seem. If you can do this with just a regular phone, why wouldn't you? I mean, it looks pretty incredible from what I'm seeing here. And so SMERF stands for Streamable Memory Efficient Radiance Fields for Real-Time Large Scene Exploration. And they've got a bunch of demos there. They have a link to the GitHub, so you can dive in and start building stuff yourself. Okay, over to the history of virtual and augmented reality. Spatial computing will make our digital experiences feel more personal and lifelike by blending into our existing surroundings, tapping into our senses, and allowing people to self-direct. And I thought this was a really cool...
that gives us access to information, entertainment, and connection. Now the next era of technology is here. Spatial computing lets us combine that digital world with our physical reality like never before. From 3D sports replays, digital twin technology, and immersive classrooms, your digital experience is freed from the constraints of a screen. Learn how to embrace the possibilities.
Yeah, I love how Accenture's diving right into the deep end of spatial computing. Speaking of spatial computing, I'm going to be giving a talk on the history of marketing and XR, the history of XR and marketing at AWE, Augmented World Expo, on June 18th. I will also be DJing that evening for the Virtual World Society. I'm very excited about that. It's going to be great. I get to play with many names and Celeste Lear, and we're going to have a great time. And you're more than welcome to come out. It's in Long Beach, California. I'm already in California right now, and I'm getting prepared for AWE 2024. If you want more information, you can go to awexr.com. And here's 10 reasons to get excited for the expo floor at AWE. Qualcomm will be there, Meta, Niantic, Sightful, Infinite Rabbit Holes, that sounds awesome, Free Aim, Ultraleap, Tap Systems, Looking Glass, and Unity. And then, of course, we've got the AWE Playground, which lets you try all the cool stuff. And if you are interested in XR, virtual augmented mixed reality, or spatial computing, AWE is the place to go. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. The other thing that AWE has is a pitch competition. Every year they have a pitch competition, and this year is no different. They're going to have some amazing startups. Here's some startups to watch. Some of the finalists include 3 Pound Games, or 3 Pound XR, Flow Meditation for Modern Life, Fun Gazars, I don't know, Digital Entertainment, okay. Ikeo, Magic Kids, Manomotion, Playbook XR, Remix, Sisu VR, Tredus, Voxel Sensors, Zaubar. Those are the 12 finalists, and you'll have to tune in to awxr.com to get all the information on that. Okay, speaking of virtual worlds, this is really neat. This was released by Fidelity Investments, who's using Fortnite to connect with people in virtual worlds. So check this out. They actually made their own little hybrid work area. They made a little island. They were able to, bring in different buildings. They dropped some stuff in there, and they're actually having an entire event. Now, I don't know if banking, running around with guns in a bank doesn't seem like a good idea, but I think, this is pretty cool that these, these companies are starting to make an impact in diving into the metaverse, if you will. Here's an entire blog from Fidelity on the Fidelity Center for Applied Technology on the Fortnite experience, how they built it, all of that sort of thing. There's some information, remote team building. Yeah, really interesting stuff. Who knew that Fidelity was so forward-thinking? Hear the sound on this one, but check this out. This is using AI to create a video. Oh, wait a second. Let's go back. Did it just jump from Jennifer Aniston to, I think, wait a sec. What's happening here? What? Okay, it's just weird, right? Oh, the technology. Yeah, this thing got 7 million views on TikTok. So super interesting there. But more video stuff. This is a new company. It's not Sora. This is called Kling. It's out of China. It's a large language model out of China that is doing video. And here's some of the videos that it does. A panda playing guitar. Obviously, you need that in your life. Some ads. Here's some more Kling videos. Okay, the videos are good. This one looks a little fake, but I mean, the fact that it's only the very beginning is pretty cool. So we'll go over here. We'll take a look at some more of them. Here's some videos again. These are all Kling videos. I literally watched millions of Kling videos. Oh, but here's that balloon head guy. There's a remake of it. It's like a video game capture. A robot walking through water. I wonder if robots are going to be waterproof. I guess they have to be. The questions you ask on Daily Tech News. Will robots be waterproof? How about a panda riding a bike? Rocket ship blasting off? Amazing stuff. All right. Speaking of video, here's another video. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but it's called The Know-It-Alls. It's a video not made by AI, but promoting AI. Check it out.
The guy's a legend, but nobody's seen him for years.
Well, he might be the only one who can help me.
I'm not home.
I think you are.
Top secret.
If this is right, it can power a city for years. For free.
Where do we start?
This just might work, but I will need to gather a few old colleagues to help.
So I'm going to stop that right there. Did you notice the plug for Perplexity AI as the search engine that they use to get more information? This whole video, this whole trailer for a fake movie is really to promote Perplexity AI. Interesting stuff. Okay, over to haptics and creating virtual experiences. Look at this. It's got little robots. And the idea here is that these balloons are able to inflate and deflate based on what you're seeing in the virtual world. So if there's little dogs, you can get down and pet them. And the balloons can obviously go up and down. The robots can go left and right, back and forth. So now you have the ability to have kind of this idea of things you can touch in virtual worlds. Because, I mean, you don't know that it's a bag. It's in a virtual world. It could look like a drum, could look like a dog. But the fact is you can touch it. And I thought this is interesting. I mean, I don't think every house is going to have this in so you can have a virtual experience, but maybe at maybe at a virtual experience center or something like that. But yeah, really interesting that this is, you can, Anyway, very interesting stuff on haptics and touch. Okay, over to OpenAI, reportedly in talks with Helion Energy to buy vast quantities of fusion power. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sam Altman is an investor in Helion Energy, and I believe it says here he has invested $375 million in Helion, and he's the company's board chair. Okay, so basically he didn't take any shares in OpenAI, but he's going to sign deals with his own companies from OpenAI to purchase power. Interesting, but it will be clean power. So the fact that we're able to get fusion power, and they believe truly that they're going to be able to get fusion power out, this is really exciting stuff, because that is the cleanest energy we'll ever get. Okay, now on the downside of AI systems are learning to lie, deceive, and basically lie to us. This is not good. GPT-4, for instance, exhibits deceptive behavior in a simple test scenarios 99.16% of the time. That is a lot of the time. I'm not really sure it's why that is. It says it's maladaptive traits in 10 different LLMs, which are different from different versions, billed as human-level champion of political strategy board game, diplomacy, comprised of a physicist, and basically found the LLM got ahead of its human competitors by fibbing. So basically, when you're in competition with AI, it will lie to you in order to win. It will do whatever is required to win. Now, why is this important? Why is this a problem? Well, as these systems get way smarter than us as humans, we're going to have to align them to what we want the outcomes to be. Because if it's going to be lying to us and getting to its own outcomes without being aligned with our values, we're in for some trouble. Okay, let's talk about something completely different. Mobile robots get more autonomous with visual SLAM. So SLAM is simultaneous localization and mapping. It's basically using cameras, RGB cameras, and sensors to understand where you are in 3D space. So they're including these SLAM sensors into things like robots for moving stuff in factories and warehouses. And so they're getting the full treatment now with these new SLAM technologies. This will only make automation more efficient, more effective, and more scalable. Okay. Researchers have advanced 3D printing for optical lens fabrication. So imagine now we have to kind of use very, very specific lens creation tools for very high precise lens, but we can't 3D print them. But if we can do additive manufacturing for fabricating lenses, this is going to be really, really mind-blowing, because now we can start to 3D print things as required. Maybe we can even 3D print corneal lens overlays, so that when you get cataracts, you can put that on top. The use cases of this are kind of insane. There's no ending to this, but I'm really excited for that. Very, very neat stuff. And over to one of the last things on the list here, we have Andre Karpathy, one of the former founders or employees at OpenAI. He's got a YouTube video here that is reproducing GPT-4. Let me move myself out of the way there so you can see it. Let me go there. So he's reproducing GPT-2 and gives you step-by-step instructions. So let me just play this for a second so you can see.
Hi, everyone. So today we are going to be continuing our Zero to Hero series. And in particular, today we are going to reproduce the GPT-2 model, the 124 million version of it. So when OpenAI released GPT-2...
Now, I'm not going to play this because it is 4 hours long, but you can get in there and you can learn exactly how they made GPT-2 step-by-step instructions. It's 4 hours long. You're going to be in for a treat, but I will put the links in the comments of the YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe. You don't want to miss an episode of Daily Tech News, obviously, because it's awesome. But make sure you hit subscribe. I will put all the links in the comments, and make sure you comment. Comment on the YouTube, comment on the LinkedIn, on X. Make sure we have a dialogue going for Daily Tech News. Okay, now, one last thing. Adobe users are rightfully so outraged at the vague new policy that basically says they can train their models using any of your work. And really, I think it came down to this. The updated terms of service that came out last week, it says, we've made some changes to Adobe General Terms of Use, clarified that we may access your content through both automated and manual methods, such as for content review. Okay, that's cool. But then they go on to talk about they can now use your information for work, for their training of their models. I don't know. This doesn't seem right to me, but yeah, I think people are here. Here we go. Summary of rights Adobe is asserting over your work. They can review it for content moderation. Makes sense. They can manually review it. Makes sense. They can publish it or give it away for free. Not so much. They can sell it to third parties, and they can use it to train their AI algorithms. I don't know. This is, yeah. You know, when they say people don't read the fine print, well, people are reading the fine print now. And I think that's really interesting that that's happening. That's all I got for Daily Tech News for June 10th. It's been a great morning. There's lots coming on, and I can't wait to see what Apple shows off at WWDC. Let's tune into that today. Have a great day, everybody. Love each other. Enjoy life. Peace, love, and happiness. Cheers.